this is Barbara Calvano, and welcome to Let's Ask the Angels on Blog Talk Radio. Join me now for guidance and messages from the divine to support you on your path to living with mastery. Don't make any sound. I can hear everything. Hello, it's Barbara Calvano, and welcome to Let's Ask the Angels on Blog Talk Radio. It's great to be back here Saturday at 4 p.m. With my schedule and with things going on, I've tried different time slots, but it's great to be here at my regular time. I most likely will be here, so thank you who are listening today, live and on rebroadcast. Anything new? No. If you are new and would like to know about upcoming events and any specials I have with my readings, just subscribe at my website, which is bcalvanocoaching.com. I'm an angel therapy practitioner, angel intuitive. I do professional angel card readings, and I am also a life coach. And I also participate in the arts here in New York City. But all that information can be found at my website. So thank you so much for tuning in today. We are in special times. Didn't even use that word unprecedented because it's been used so often. And what I thought today is this is my avenue. This is my way of contributing to the world, to the earth, and to all of you, my community, to assist you and support you on your growth, development, and how to be in these times with the most grace and ease. And what I do is I supply a channeled messages, angel card reading for the upcoming week, and then I take calls for those of you who would like a reading. And if you're listening today and I call on you, if you've received a reading from me before, I'd love for you to share what progress you've made in your life from getting a reading from me and how that has supported you. And that would be really helpful for me also. So here we go. Today's reading, I was guided to use 3 different decks. So we have all by Elena Fairchild, from the Kuan Yin Oracle, the Earth Warriors, and the White Light Oracle. And these cards, messages, they all are seamless. They all combine really beautifully. And even before I get started with that, as I was preparing for my show today, the angels guided me to ask these questions, talk about these things. You know, it's not, you can't pretend that there's not things happening in the world. And if we were to take the time to discuss politics, left or right, blue or red, we might find that there's so much confusion. There's like so much misinformation. There's so much misunderstanding, really. And that's not the point of my show today, but my point is to help you, support you to find your own truth, your own power, so that you can live your life to the best, the utmost, and really live it, as the angel said today. Are each of us, are you living a life worth dying for? Because we are all going to pass on at one point. But when we don't live with passion, urgency, clarity, we're really kind of missing the whole deal. And we have had great beings pass recently, even as of yesterday. So let us be guided by these lives. There are people who have lived. Ruth Ginsburg, she lived so passionately right up until 87. And how many of us can say that we lived, regardless of your political position, can we say that we lived our lives so fiercely that, you have an operation, you go on chemo, then you're back there on work on Monday. Some of us do, many of us do not. So the angels asked me to pose these questions today. What level of existence do you want to live? Now, I do this show to help you connect with your angels so that you can have a little bit of a respite, a little bit of ease while you take on big things, while you take on the big challenges of your life. They may be small things, but they may occur to you as very big. So what level of existence do you want to live? So I see people who do readings online on Facebook and Instagram. I'm not interested in just giving you a little card that says, well, here's an owl, unless you have the ability to interpret that for yourself. What I really care about is that you allow your fire, your Shakti, the prana, the life force energy in you light up so you go after your dreams. Because when you do that, you are an example to your family and to everyone around you. Period. It's not even about you reaching your goal. It's about you live fiercely, that you train every day for your life, that you really go and you hold it as the utmost sacred thing that you own, your life. So how do you want to live? At what level do you want to play and be in the world? That is what I care about. That is what I coach about. That's what I do in my readings with people one-on-one. So what questions do you ask your Creator when you are in quiet moment in meditation or prayer? What are the questions? What is your conversation with the Creator? Because right now, as this big awakening, big transformation, y'all can see what's happening. Things are changing. They're not going to be back to normal ever again. Sorry if that's bad news to you. But we are in the exquisite, magnificent change, which as when anything is birthed, there can be uncomfortability. But when you have connection to your Creator, your own personal connection to your spiritual power, higher power, your God, your goddess, you're set. You're okay, because you can tune into that every day. And no matter what goes on around you, you will not give away your power, because your power is innerly connected. And that's actually part of the reading today. So what questions do you ask your Creator when you're in private, quiet moments? Do you ask to be led? Do you ask to be shown what to do today? Do you ask to be shown how to live the best life you can actually even possibly have? And it's not always about material things, but abundance comes to those who are in alignment with their destiny. You'll be surprised about what shows up. What communications have you made with your Creator? So basically, how have you been talking to your God? I'm telling you, you can be really straight and you can be so connected. So you won't be posting stories on Instagram like, oh, what's going on with my family? You will know what's going on. And that's what I'm about, so that you get so empowered that it's available right now. That's basically what I want to say. The energies are so, so powerful that if you're uncomfortable, if you feel like you're suffering, and it could be depression, it could be any anxiety, there's something inside of you that wants to be shared, created. I'm going to say that again. If you're uncomfortable, and you could be uncomfortable because you don't have money to pay the rent. Okay, well, so that wants to be shared first to your Creator, and then to those who could assist you and support you. We are in a time of community. It's not about, I really like my life being in there's a woman that I had access to. I listened to her share. Oh, I really like being where I am because I don't have to be concerned about other people of other colors and other things. I really like it this way. I wanted to keep it this way, and that's fine. But we're in 2020. We are in 2020. We're not in 1970, 80, or 90. We are in 2020. We are in a world connected. And the more we can connect to the whole world, our communities, to our family. We may have families where we're not going to be in conversation with because it just is not the way it's going to go this time. And there's nothing wrong with that. There are going to be times when we're going to have to turn away from toxic relationships, dysfunctional families. We can hold them in our prayers, but it's a time to tell the truth. Where are we wasting our precious life force energy? So also, we're in the time of making a lifestyle. There's a lot about self-care. What do you do for self-care? I light a candle, I take a bath, then I smudge, I play with my crystals. Lifestyle. The lifestyle that you have had is the one that has created what you have right now, materially, spiritually, physically. Lifestyle. And that lifestyle is what needs to be adopted, practiced with discipline, and own it until you pass on. So that you're not saying, oh, what do I need to do for my anxiety? No, you go to your chiropractor. If you don't have insurance, you find one that gives you a low rate. They exist. I believe in structural alignment more than anything. Your bones are in alignment. Your brain works with full function, period. Or you can get some acupuncture or massage. Basic things you do over and over and over again. You eat well. You exercise. You do some meditation. You spend time in nature. You find work that brings you passion and joy. You learn to be kind to animals and to people. Period. 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 But number one thing, if your physical form is not in an alignment, it doesn't matter what you do, how many emails you erase on your computer, or how you put the books in color coordination on your bookshelves, and you spend all that time doing all this stuff, but you still feel like a freaking mess. Because if your body, like a car, is not in alignment, you're not going to function. You're just not. You're not going to function in optimal health, period. So is your life worth dying for? I'm going to die, you're going to die. Some of you are ill. You may die sooner. Death is not a bad thing. We have a time limit to how long we're going to be here. Given that, what can we do so that we feel that we're really making a difference? And again, the angel said suffering among many people and those who are conscious and have the ability to have this conversation. Because if you're here, you have the time to listen, to have this conversation. There are people who are working 3-4 jobs, or they don't have a computer, they don't have internet connection. They are not in this moment of like saying, what can I do to improve my life? But if you do have that, it is a luxury, and it is also, you're being prodded by saying, honor your truth. If you are suffering, it's because you're not honoring your truth. You're in relationships that don't work. You're living with your parents and letting them support you while you're trying to be successful in something, which is great. But if you can't learn, if you don't learn your own wings, how to fly by yourself, you're missing the raza, the sweetness, the passion, the sacredness of life, your own power. We're born into this world to fly. Each and every one of us. We're born into this world to have a sacred life. We may never become a judge like Ruth Bader Ginsburg or John Lewis, but each of us has the ability to be a hero in our own lives, so that when you pass on, you know you have done everything to create a better world. And some of us will do it with money. Some of us will do it with our voice. Some of us will do it with our talents. But the number one way it will happen, most likely, is if you take the time to be in communion with your Creator. Have a moment. Have a moment. Dear Creator, dear God, dear Goddess, show me what to do, where to go, and what to say. So this is a time of great upheaval. It's happening everywhere. So much sadness, so much rage, so much fury, so much emotion. So we need to protect our energy. We also may need to know this. Your focus, what you look at, what you read, who you give your attention to, you're actually connecting your life force, your golden energy, all your beautiful, powerful energy, which is so, so sacred. You're giving it away to that thing that you are focusing on. I want you to really get that. Whatever it is you're focusing on, oh, my misery, my suffering, my loneliness. Yeah, baby, you're giving away all your sacred energy to that. Do you need to acknowledge it? Absolutely. But how much do you need to milk it? See, the angels are saying, they brought me to this one book, and I'll get to the reading in a second, and a lot of the reading has to do with what I'm saying right now. Stephen Pressfield wrote a book called The Warrior Ethos. I was brought up on a military base. My dad was in the Air Force for 20 years. I'll be honest, I'm not pro-war. But I was drawn to this book, mostly because the other books that he has written, The War of Art? The War of Art, because all of us are creators, whether you're going to make a painting or a composition of music, we create. You create your dinner, you create your lunch, you create your day. And when you get connected to yourself as a creator, that really begins connecting with the creator. When you begin to connect to yourself as a creator, you really are in alignment, a beautiful alignment with the creator. There's only one. It's a beautiful circle. So this book is called The Warrior Ethos. And basically it's a book that he wrote for soldiers. None of us, maybe some of us may be soldiers who are listening. But what I know so far about it is this. If we could really see that, yes, it is a struggle to be positive. Yes, it is. It is a struggle to not have a relative call us 10 times a day and to create a boundary finally and say, hell no. We can speak once a day, maybe every other day. These are little things that may be, really taking up a lot of your energy. I want to be in a relationship with someone, but are you really going after it like a soldier going after doing whatever they can to stay alive and to help other people? Probably not. When I met my husband in 1988, one of the things I learned about him is that he had trained for the Olympics as a marathon runner. So that was in 1980, and then he did it in 1984. When you train at that level for the Olympics and the marathon, you're running 100, 150 miles a week. You have the discipline to eat a certain way. You have a discipline to train in a schedule that allows your body to build up and to rest before a race. It is a lot of discipline. I love discipline. I was a gymnast. I was a dancer. I thrive on discipline. But what I'm asking you to look at, what disciplines do you have in your life? If you are interested in meeting someone, like so many people who call me, what discipline do you have? Are you allowing yourself to be uncomfortable? Or are you keeping everything in a box of being comfortable? You will only create the same thing unless you go out and put yourself in discipline of new awareness. It's actually the awareness you already had. You just blocked it. But learning how to be raw and real in this world, because if you haven't noticed, it's going by pretty fast. The next year and the next few years may not be easy. So why not go after those things that you really care about, given how much time we're all going to have? I'm not saying things are going to fall apart really quickly. Oh, no, my cat wants to join in. But what I'm saying is, don't wait. Don't wait for things to get easier or better. What little thing could you do today that could really make an impact on that thing that you care about? And if you are interested in being in a relationship or getting healthier, go out and walk. Put on, take care of yourself. Make yourself look fabulous. If you need support, contact somebody. It's a time of community. Being alone and introverted and isolated is not going to give you the raza, the jewels, the magnificence of life. You've got to break out of your normal way of doing things. So I'm going to go on to the reading. The first card is Kuan Yin Oracle, and the card is Orchid Priestess of Destiny. And here the message is this. The Orchid Priestess of your highest spiritual destiny calls to you now, beloved. She calls you to your purpose, path, and soul passion. You are called to rise again and again, to live up into your potential with all its uniqueness and beauty. She will call you always with her sweet flute playing deep in your heart, blossoms of orchid and chrysanthemums falling from her feet, stirring your heart to quest for your soul passion. So some of you may not really know what it is, but you have a little feeling. That's it. Follow that feeling. Now, how do you do that when we're in such uncertainty? Don't dwell on the uncertainty. The uncertainty has always been there, but now it's magnified like a million times, right? But if you stay connected to your soul purpose, I promise you, doors of abundance will open up. It's not about waiting for things to get better, or will we get a vaccine or not? Will I take the vaccine or not? Will this happen or will that happen? Can you see that that's all external focus and a depletion of your energy? So here it says, you may have felt different to those around you at different times in your life. This is meant to be, beloved one. You cannot be a pioneer of different consciousness on this planet if you feel completely comfortable in the consciousness that already exists around you. Do you know that this was chosen on purpose, so you could be on purpose? Your soul chose to be of service by not fitting in, so that it would remember through things not feeling right that it was meant to help correct and heal the consciousness of our planet, starting with the self. So there's a lot going on here. However you fit this picture right now of what's going on in the world, we're not comfortable, but it's all right. This means it is a time to unplug from mass consciousness at a deeper level than ever before, to really let go of the beliefs and thought forms that do not serve your highest destiny, no matter how unchallengeable they may seem to be at first. It is time to revise anything inside of you that would hold you back from owning your spiritual power and moving ahead in your divine destiny. If you're spending time looking at conspiracy theories and on YouTube, notice how you feel afterwards. If you feel calm, aligned, empowered, okay, I'm going to say that it's working and you found your bliss. If you get off and you feel angry, rageful, and you want to fight and argue, it may not be the spiritual fight. You may be in an egoic fight. So take a look at all this. My destiny is in my heart, and you guide me deeper within myself, my beloved orchid priestess. So I cannot miss out on anything that is divinely ordained for me. It will always find me at peace in my heart. I now receive that which is guiding me in an unconditional love into the fullness and expression of my own divine being. Om Mani Padme Hum. So that is our message from Kuan Yin. So again, this is not about sticking your head in a hole and ignoring what's going on in the world, but it's the ability to observe and not be attached. It's the ability to look and listen and not be attached. Does it take discipline? Yes. Can you achieve mastery in this? Absolutely. Absolutely. So that you can watch the news. Yeah, you can see what's truthful and what's not, but do you get plugged in and irate and angry, and so your whole body and your nervous system is hijacked? No, you don't want to do that. If you don't have that ability, don't watch the news. I can watch the news a little bit. I don't get my nervous system hijacked. The next card is from the Earth Warriors deck, and it is Mama Quilla, Mandala of the Moon. And here we talk about, I, the Lunar Mother, bring you the Mandala of the Moon to manifest through the law of magnetic attraction. My mandala is the sacred portal through which your dreams, intentions, and visions shall pass into the wholeness of being, from the realm of inspiration into the world form of Earth. There's no need for doubt or concern, for even the appearance of delay signifies that the divine feminine mystery is at work. Excuse my neighbors for 1 second as they leave my upstairs. I think I have to turn them down for a second. So there's no need for doubt or concern, or even the appearance of delay signifies that the divine feminine mystery is at work with timing, unfolding according to a higher loving wisdom. Trust that what is falling away is meant to be, while you have faith in new divine works being born. So this is on a personal level for us, and it's also on a level of what we're watching happening around us. We can trust that things are falling away in a divine plan, and that things will work out in a divine plan. And if you are being guided or messaged to take actions that are unique to you, hello, do that. You might meet your new partner in life there, or new opportunities. It's all connected, my friends. So this oracle brings a sign that creative works will reach fulfillment. Relax with trust and positive expectations that all your needs will be met. This makes it easier for the abundance to flow and all earthly and spiritual matters to fall into place according to a great and loving higher intelligence. Things are changing, even if you cannot see the physical evidence of this as of yet. Trust that your actions are leading you into a better way of life. Rely on the universe, and you shall see how all things come together according to a timing and higher order that suits you in ways even better than you could have imagined for yourself. So, yeah, you may not get that thing that you need right away, but what can you do to have peace and ease and grace today? To me, that's what this whole quarantine COVID experience has been about. It's been like being in an ashram, being in a great course for 6 months, observing. If we can observe instead of react so often, or if we do react, can we catch ourselves and say, whoa, I think I'm really divesting a lot of energy that's being wasted on arguments that don't go anywhere. Where can I focus my passion? And this is a great thing to ask your angels to help you with. How can you be guided to use your energy more efficiently? So it says here also, when we are focused on something that we want to have happen, we become impatient. We try to control the process. You know, this is like the thing. All right, I want this to happen, so I'm going to take the time and eliminate all these emails from my computer. Yeah, you can do that. Or you can just go and do those things that you need to do. So many of the things that we're being taught by so many workshop people, authors and things, they're just regular people who have issues also, but we buy into their power. Instead of in our heart, we know what we need to do. We need to face the tiger, face the bear, face the boogeyman, face the thing that scares the daylights out of us. Face the family member. Face them with the conversation, with the questions, with the dialogue, with the conversations that we've been avoiding our whole life. And we can do all kinds of stuff. You know, I could arrange my closet and do this and that. And I've seen people do this over the course of 2 or 3 years, and they're still stuck in the same place of self-hate, self-fear, because it's not, the answer is not over there. You could be, you know, Picasso didn't wait and clean up his studio and do all these, put these things in orders to create works of art. He just dove in the mess and made things. So life is messy. Yes, we can make it better, and each of our astrological signs have a preference over how things look. It's all great. You know, I don't condone it. It's just that, no, sometimes you need to shoot from the hip, just go after what you want. Some of you know this. Some of you just need to hear that there is no easy way to go through feeling uncomfortable. Rejection. You really think the first time you make a painting, the first time you write a book, or first time you do something, it's going to be like the best, an Oscar, or, you know, I got to say, the first audition I went to for a commercial when I was, I just turned 49. So my first commercial audition, I booked it. I made the most money in my whole life doing 5 minutes of work. Now, it took my whole life to get there, to be in that moment. But what I'm just, sorry, little noise here. So 1 second. So interesting, a lot of noise today. But anyway, so what I'm trying to say is that, so after I booked that audition for the commercial, I thought, hey, man, this is pretty great. I'm going to just keep booking commercials and, you know, easy as pie. But it wasn't that easy. So sometimes you have a miracle, and it's seamless. It's so graceful. It's like, what? And in the commercial, I didn't have to do anything. All I do is I gave a dirty look as an office worker to my coworkers. That was it. And I made a ton of money. Now, yes, miracles can manifest like that, but if we go for that, we're probably going to be disappointed. It is the process of life that we're looking for, the engagement, the discipline, the getting up and doing what you got to do over and over and over again. There are no real easy answers to it all. But when we're connected to our Creator, it's sure much more satisfying. So this oracle brings a sign that creative works will reach fulfillment. So whatever you're working on right now, relax with trust and positive expectations that all your needs will be met. This makes it easier for abundance to flow and all earthly spiritual matters to fall into place according to a great and loving higher intelligence. So if you are in a better frame of mind, if you're in a positive frame of mind, the best that you can, given what's going on, you're going to see more details. You're not going to miss important details. Your awareness is going to be encompassing. But if you are in a framework of there's so much wrong, now listen, things are wrong, things are bad, things are not great right now. But if we only focus on that, we're going to miss the magic. So here's the game. Here's the joke almost. Witness everything, but be mindful of the sacredness of life. Be mindful of everything, but be witness to your own power. Be witness to all that's happening emotionally within you and outside, all of it. But also have the connection to your great power that has been given to you by your Creator. So this card speaks of that. Now the last card is the Sun of 417 Hertz, a beautiful deck, White Light Oracle by Elena Fairchild. And here it talks about this. This is exactly where we're at right now. The power is inside of you. It's always been there. The light that we seek from others, the light that we think that we'll get when we do all those things. What if you didn't have to do anything? What if in this moment where you're sitting, where you're laying down, where you're standing, you're whole, perfect, and complete? We've been brainwashed. We've been allowing ourselves by all the things that we let our focus connect to blur our vision, blur our ability to know our own sacredness. You are being healed from guilt and fear right now. Such emotions will no longer steal your personal power or dissuade you from confidence, happiness, and realizing your own worth. No matter how unlikely it may seem, you are going to emerge from a spiritual winter into light and life. The divinely ordained time for your liberation, healing, and emergence is much closer than you realize. Abundant blessings are stirring and shall soon manifest. There are people who have lost family members right now. They've passed on. Pets, jobs, so much loss. If we allow ourselves to be present to those emotions and let our guides help us, our Creator soothe our pain. I use plants, essential oils, helichrysum on my heart, a drop. I did that for months as I grieved what was going on. I could feel the pain and suffering of so many people. What am I to do? I don't do drugs or alcohol anymore. Got a really noisy Saturday here in New York. Sorry about that. But there are things that we can use that have no side effects, I'm trying to say. And you don't need to delve into psychedelic trips to find the answer. The answer is a quiet moment in your heart that you could get from noticing that a perfect morning glory is facing you in its full glory, the deepest purple, sharing this energy and color, tapping into your crown chakra, a little thing like that, where you could just not notice it. Take time to walk in nature, my friends. So much information is being given to us right now, more than ever before. So our sun is a self-luminous being. It does not reflect light or energy from other sources, but rather generates its own light, literally an enlightened being. The sun is our spiritual mentor, teaching us how to be spiritually self-reliant when we cannot find support or guidance externally and need to go to it alone for a time. Such phases can be difficult, but they are temporary, and inner spiritual strength is built during such times. Sometimes we don't realize our own strength and circumstances to force us to find out. That's what we're going through right now. There really is no them against us. There's really no them. We're all one. What we see often is mirroring a lot of our own fears. When we can have that ability to discern that, we have some freedom. Connecting to one's own inner light is a precious and empowering gift. It allows you to feel spiritually held from within. Once you have established such an inner connection, you are unlikely to give your power away again, less prone to being manipulated, and more likely to live in harmony with your soul values rather than the typically soul-denying priorities of mass consciousness. It's one of the things we're being gifted right now. Yeah, through seeing so much loss and pain and suffering, we have to go within. And many of us may have to act out because that's all we know how to do. The rise in the use of alcohol and drugs has skyrocketed. And even gambling in August on sports, and there's no sports, So it's like we need to numb out. We need to find a way to deal with what we're feeling. But what if we learn to connect with our Creator? Connect, rise up. Rise. Allow yourself, your powerful self, connected to your spirit, to rise, stand up. That is what's happening. And for many of us, again, it will be through small moments of conversations that need to be done. There's a lot of work each of us needs to do right now, including finding food and security. That is huge. But notice what emotions are coming up. Those are the ones that are screaming to be addressed right now. And they're not going to go away. So it is a time to seek out counsel, whether it's with a therapist, counselor, 12-step programs. It's a time. It is a powerful, powerful time of transformation. It is going to be going on for the next few years. This is just the beginning. If you see yourself fighting and acting out and rebelling, thinking that you need to scream about why you think your position and your opinion is so important, look at how much energy you waste and how much far off your center. Dig deep. What is it that you're really screaming about? And for many of us, the question will be, will I ever find fulfillment and joy in this lifetime, given what's happening? How do I do that? How do I do that with so much change? You do that by anchoring in to your heart with your Creator and finding out who you really are. You are not your body, you're not your weight, you're not your hair color, you're not your number of Instagram followers, you're not any of that. You're not. You are the sunset. You are that beautiful morning glory that speaks to you as you walk by. So that is your reading for the upcoming week. I'm now going to take some calls, and I noticed I had several drop off, but that's okay. That gives me more time. So I'm going to do these short mini readings. If you want to book a full hour with me, I have a special that I'm taking through 2020. It is 1 hour, usually $150. It is $64. All that information is at my website. We do a full Zoom, and it's a live session. You can do up to 10 cards or more, oracle messages, look at which archangels are with you, which guides, what energy you need to release so you can best be present to have this discipline and mastery in your life. Okay, so now these are mini short readings, my friends, and I don't predict the future, but I do have a few decks here that I love to use for you, and I'll go with that now. And if I've done a reading for you before, again, please just let me know what new has happened since you have had that reading. I'd really like to see your progress as you receive the guidance from this show. So the first caller is area code 954. What is your name and how can I help you today? Hello there.
Hi there. My name is Mary, and
Hi, Mary.
I'm open and receiving whatever messages you come up with today. I'm going through a struggle like many are, and I just want to see what does come up for me.
Okay. Then I'll just pull a card for you, dear. So here we go. Mm-hmm. So that what I hear the angels saying for me is the words personal responsibility. So just being able to just, connect with that. I may have to put you on mute because it's kind of noisy. So here we go.
Okay.
So this card for you is, my dear, is the sun. When I heard the words personal responsibility, the angels want you to take personal responsibility for everything going on in your life. Like if you need whatever you need, you just begin, write it down, and not be so emotionally, if you can, not be so emotionally thrown by it, but just look at it factually. What are the needs? What needs to be done? And then we ask our Creator to assist you in supporting you in those specific areas. It says happy outcomes. We have beautiful sunflowers all around here on this card. Brilliant new ideas that lead to success. Have confidence in yourself. So I really like that. This is the Sun card. Mary, it's a very powerful card. It's a card about changes, and I see that happening for you. So have confidence in yourself. My whole show and everything I talked to about up to this point is about we need to connect to our inner power because we have way, way, way more power than we even know that we have. So that is your short reading for today. Okay?
Well, thank you.
You're so welcome. Thank you so much for listening and calling in today. The next caller is area code 831. What is your name and how can I help you today? Hello there.
Hello. Hi. My name is Christina.
Hi, Christina.
And I wanted to say thank you so much for everything that you shared, especially the part that really stuck out with me. I mean, all of it is wonderful, but when you're in a place like my mom is helping me, and I have moved back to the family home. She doesn't live here. Mm-hmm. And I've been feeling, and you gave me validation through what you shared, that I put it out to the universe about a little over a month ago that I would like to be a caretaker in a couple of towns or a town wherever you feel it would serve me so that I can concentrate on becoming. And for me, I'm in school, and there's a lot of things I want to use with my voice. And that it's not serving me to stay here and to get the help. Like I need to fly on my own, and it's disempowering, even though it's disguised as being empowering. For me, it just feels disempowering. So you gave me validation that, yes, I'm on the right track. And then the other thing is, the question I have is, I had said a prayer even before you came on air. I am going to court, and there's a number 1 solution area I could take or a number 2 solution that I could take. I got validation on one of them immediately, and I thought, okay, I'm going to ask for, I got insight on what the answer is for me, but I said I'm going to ask for validation. So out of the current plan, I've chosen plan number 1. Does that resonate with you, or do you feel that number 2 would be better?
So I don't really do foretelling type of readings. But what I'll do is pull a card, but the energy I feel is number 1.
Yes. It was before I even finished asking the question. It just popped in, and I thought, wonderful. And I've been doing fear exercises so that I don't want to make any choices out of fear. I want to make them heart-centered. And no matter what the outcome looks like, for my highest good and everyone's involved.
And interesting, I
and
pulled
walking
one card
away.
for you. Is 6 of water.
Okay.
It says memories from your history or childhood, issues regarding children, romanticizing the past. So, sometimes what pulls us into self-doubt are memories from our past. So I like that you're doing fear exercises. I might put you on mute right now because it's kind of noisy. Let me see.
Sorry.
I thought it was my cat. Your cat. So
it's my kitty. His name is Ringo. Yeah. He loves Mama. I'm Mom.
Yeah, I love Ringo. So, it's, 6 of water. So if you have any doubt or any, you make a decision, it feels clear, you feel ready to go, then you start feeling like little cobwebs and things coming in. It is like memories from our past. And I really feel like you're on the right path. You're following that energetic channel that keeps giving you more clarity. That's what the word is, right? And when you have clarity, you just feel connected. So, and what is the worst scenario unless you make a big, huge financial mistake? And some of us have, and we bounce back, maybe not immediately. So when we can see that you really can't make any mistakes, you can't unless it's a fatal one, But we want to try to control everything. So what I do like that you're doing is you know that fear is what causes you to be unconscious or disconnected. And I think that you totally are on your way, So
what I had said was fear is the mind killer. I forgive myself for everything it is that I believe I've done wrong. And here's the bow. The bow is laying down and looking into my eyes as I repeat it into a mirror for 10 minutes. I set a timer. And then after, I ask the universe, but for me, I ask God to come in and help settle and dissipate the fear that is there. And I cannot believe how effective that exercise was that I did a week ago, and I'm going to be doing that daily so that I can, I want to evolve out of this. I didn't realize how many choices I have made because I've been unconscious.
We all have, but like you said, when we can forgive ourselves that we were doing the best that we could, then it's gone. It's pretty much gone. So that's what I see. Again, it is your past that comes up that has you feel any uncertainty. I want to put you on mute for just a second. I love Ringo, but he's so funny. He's like my cat. As soon as I start talking, my cat starts singing along. But it reminds me of the forgiveness work that is done in 12-step programs. One of the ways to wash away all of that fear is the ability to write down all the things we know that we did wrong, that may have hurt others, hurt ourselves, make a list, and then we share it with another person, a trusted person. And if you can't do that, you're doing it in prayer to your Creator, and you burn it and let it go. And it can be that easy. But so many of us take one hurt or one mistake and we just work it forever and if we don't just look at it square in the eye, we just share it with someone. It could be a habit that we had that wasn't so great, an addiction. But if we just share it with another human being, we find out we're just human. So now just go back to you. You're doing great work and just continue to do what you're doing and just know that things can wash away in this time that we're in right now with a lot of energy and transformation. Healing can happen very spontaneously. That's what I'm guided to share. Okay, now that's my cat. Okay, so now I'm going to go to the next caller. Yeah. Let me know if I've called on you again already, because I didn't keep track today. Area code 780. Did we speak already? If not, hello.
Hey, Barbara, it's Jake calling from Canada. Just listening to the show.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much, Jay. Great hearing from you. Okay,
yeah, I'll talk to you later. Yeah, I'll catch you a little bit later. Thank you so much.
Okay. Okay, so the next caller is area code 951. Sorry, Jay, that I cut you off. My clicker is moving quickly here. Hello, area code 951. What is your name and how can I help you today? Hello there.
Hi, Barbara. It's Nathaniel. How are you doing?
Hi, Nathaniel. So good to hear from you. How are you doing?
Oh, I'm doing pretty good. I moved into a new place. It seems to be doing okay.
So you are in California, correct?
Right, with all the wildfires.
Yeah. Okay. What can I do for you today, Nathaniel?
Well, I wanted to see if you could pull a card for me, just kind of, yeah.
Okay. All right, my friends. Here we go. And congratulations on your move. You know, every little step, every little change that we make is huge. So, you know, as long as we stay in action. It doesn't mean we're staying busy, but it's just that if we feel prompted, even though we may not be comfortable, it's time to make that move. It's time to make that, allow that energy in our lives. The card I have for you is, I shuffled it, the same card that I pulled for the other young lady, the Sun. We have Archangel Uriel with you, bringing you brilliant ideas. Continue to stay open. And this Archangel is with you to give you guidance. And the guidance comes as ideas. Brilliant new ideas that lead to success. Have confidence in yourself. Just continue to have confidence in yourself. And if there are things that you know that have you feel lack of self-confidence, address that. You know, it's time. You know, I have several projects that I just need to create time in my schedule, write down what I'm going to do, and just do that, because it's very easy for me to get caught up in other things. I have 5 cats. 2 of them have passed on, but they were a litter, and they're all 18 years old. So I have a senior citizen center of cats, of this little cat family that are now aging, and they have a lot of needs, and they were so beautiful and easy to take care of when they were kittens, but now they take a lot of work. But they're my family, my loved ones, and I do it with all my heart and honor, because I love these animals. But then my schedule gets all caught up in that. So for you, it's just knowing that this is a great card, the same card that I pulled before, the sun, sunflowers all around. Even though in the background it looked like it could be the smoke and fires of California, because I see the skies. It's interesting. But we have the sun coming out, and we have the beautiful sky with the stars. And what I like about this, Nathaniel, is that you can see the stars. You can see the stars, so that we're talking about clear skies again. All right? So just stay connected to your Creator, to your angels, my friend. Okay? So that is your card for today.
Is that the Akarna card, Sun? That's just another Sun card, a different Sun card than the regular.
This is from the Angel Tarot by Radley Valentine, and it's Archangel Uriel, who is with you right now. The number 19 is also very special. Is that today? Not like that. My goodness.
Yes.
Yeah, holy mackerel. All right, people. For those of you who got this card, number 19, this is special. It's like a special. The angels just showed me the vision of like the casino, you know, like the coins coming out of the machine. It's like the special win today.
I think the Sun card's supposed to be like one of the best cards.
It is. So you've got this Sun card. So embrace it. We also see monarch butterflies in it, you know, with the beautiful sunflowers. And again, I do see the smoky, fiery skies in the background, but they're way in the background. But way above it, we see clear, deep blue skies with sparkling stars that we can see the skies again. So I really feel this is great protection and a great, you know, possibility for you to stay connected to those great ideas, write them down as they come through, and just water them a little bit every day. Give them a little nurturing and love, and see what happens. Okay?
I seem to torment myself with my thoughts of bad things, situations, and events and stuff that have happened. So I'm training myself to think about something happy. When I think of something bad, I go, uh-oh, I'm thinking of something I shouldn't be thinking of, you know, or like maybe it's when somebody said they were going to pay me back money and they never did, or, you know, when I was living with someone and we had a turbulent, you know, relationship or something like that. So I'm just trying to think, wow, just think of the good things, remember, when your dad played, catch with you, or when he was on the umpire, when he did you a favor or something like that. I try to think of something, toward myself.
Yeah, the mind. Yeah. So unless those sometimes thoughts, ideas come into our brain because we need to address them. Maybe if there is something to address, then that has to be addressed. It's almost like a sacred honor agreement that needs to be addressed. But if it's just annoying thoughts from the past that's fear-driven, ego-driven, to pull you in the darkness, then it's important to see, okay, whoa, I feel like I'm being dragged down. I'm going to focus on something that shifts my attention. And that can be done, I'm going to be doing a class on neuro tools and essential oils and how just the scent of an essential oil can change your whole brain focus. Just as we smudge with sage, it changes our whole spiritual mental focus. So find that thing that you can go to whenever you need to that gives you that groundedness and connection. I use a quartz crystal that has been programmed in 5D, which is a very high level of meditation. So when I just hold that in my left hand, my whole system immediately goes to that level of high vibration. You can train your crystal to do that. It can be a very small crystal. And the other thing is find a beautiful moment. I remember a moment where my feet were barefoot on a marble floor in an ashram, and I know exactly what it felt like. My feet, I can feel the sounds of the ashram, the chanting, and the incredible calming experience. So you're doing the right thing. Keep doing what you're doing, because those thoughts will come. Just because we meditate, we don't become enlightened and everything just becomes blissful, pure white light unless maybe we're passed on, but we're living in a human body. But what we learn how to do is not to allow ourselves to get stuck on that channel. And we are in the great period of training to allow ourselves to emerge and rise up to the fifth dimension, which is living, honoring, connecting to our heart at all times. And while we're doing that right now, we do a lot of stepping back into 3D, which is reacting and responding, and we're cleaning that up. So you're perfectly exactly where you're supposed to be. And and there's so many tools and techniques to help you stay positive. We heard the one woman look into the mirror and do mirror work with her fear. So find some things that work for you. And I'll be doing an online Zoom class that'll be free on keeping our vibration high naturally. Okay?
Okay. Hey, thanks a lot, Barbara.
You're
Blessings.
so welcome. Thank you so much for calling in today. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Okay, my friends. So here we go. It's been great being with you today. Thank you so much for those of you who are listening live or who will be listening on replay on Apple or Spotify. And make sure you subscribe to my newsletter at B. Calvano Coaching to know when my upcoming, it's an angel circle, when that will be. It may be in October. So be well, everyone. Be gentle. Connect with your Creator. There's so many gifts of consciousness that are coming in right now, streaming in. At the same time that we see a lot of negativity and a lot of things that need to be addressed and a lot of emotions that are processing right now, there is a beautiful oasis of serenity within our hearts that we can go to at any given moment. I wish all of you grace and ease during these times. I love you. Thank you for listening, and I look forward to having you back on my next show.